What is personal branding and why should you start one? So about a year and 3 months ago, I posted my first YouTube video on my main channel. And after that, I started posting every single day and it has changed my life. Personal branding is you putting yourself out there on the internet, on a social media platform, and building an audience of like-minded people to the message that you are putting out. So your message could be absolutely anything. I'm going to teach you how you can curate it to actually make you money and give you the financial freedom that I've attained. But really, you can use a personal brand for anything. A girl who's 14 on TikTok who's posting shit is technically a personal brand, even if she doesn't make money from it. That's a personal brand, right? Anything's a personal brand. You could be one of the biggest companies in the world like Nike, and you can establish a social media presence and have a personal brand. But I'm going to be telling you in this video how regular people like you and me can turn our skill sets and our life stories and our development into money. That's what this is about. So like I said, there's many different ways you can use personal branding. It all revolves around putting yourself out there, posting on social media. But let me tell you how I specifically and you can make money from this. So before we dive into that, the platform that I've used and I think is the most powerful for people to go on, which does not rely on luck, but relies on consistency, constant iterations, and just discipline and actually posting consistently, is going to be YouTube. So for that reason, I made a YouTube strategy board that's going to help you either get started or organize and systemize your entire YouTube business, because you got to treat this like a business if you want to make money. So that's going to be completely for free. That's going to help you with absolutely everything from generating titles, thumbnails, intros, scripting, everything. It's all outlined. It's super valuable. I use it every single day. It's completely for free. It's the first thing in the description below. All right. So let's dive into the type of personal brand that you're going to want to create if you want to make money and live financially free like I am. See, right now, the last 5 months, I've been living in Scandinavia. I was in Norway for a month. I've been in multiple cities in Sweden. And I'm doing this while making money. I don't work that much. I genuinely don't. The month of July, I barely worked. Every single day, I was going to the beach. I was jet skiing, working out, going out and partying on the weekend. Sometimes even on Tuesdays, there was like a Tuesday night thing at the club. And I was just having a bunch of fun. I ended up making 6 or 7K that month, just chilling. So it's like I was posting every single day doing the most important task, barely working, a couple hours a day at most. And I made 6 or 7K. So I think most of you guys would like that sort of lifestyle. I'm going to tell you how to attain it. So you need to post content around a specific transformation that you have personally made. You cannot talk shit and be hypothesizing about things. These have to be things that you have actually experienced yourself and ideally helped other people with as well. So that is it. And you're going to really make this into a coaching business. So every single person who is watching, you're going to try and get them to want to work with you, to learn more, so that you can help them in their journey. That's really what this is about. So all your content is going to be around the subject that you have made a transformation on, your niche. What are you talking about? For me, it's masculinity, dating, really building a good life for men, right? Fitness, mindset, dating, all that good stuff. That's what my main channel is about. So anyone who wants to work with me to achieve those things, I can coach them. That's what it's that simple. So these are things that I've accomplished myself. I put out my content. I teach other people to do the same. I share some stories in my videos. I get people interested. They get to like and trust me. And then some of them want to work with me. Not everyone, because that will be a lot of people, but a very small percentage will want to work with you. And that will make you more than enough money. So it's genuinely that simple. It really just comes down to posting consistently, posting about that niche that you decided, posting about your transformation that you've made, and helping other people do the same, being a very motivating, positive force, and putting that as your content. Now, I want to dive into why this is the best asset that you can own, hands down. If you ask me if I would take 10 Bitcoin right now at the current evaluation of about 120,000, or a very powerful personal brand like I'm building. I mean, maybe not at like 8K, but once I get it bigger, to 50, 100,000 subscribers on my channel, I would 100% say that personal brand every single day of the week, because that personal brand will allow me to generate money for the rest of my life. It's going to allow me to network with people, which we're going to go into in a second. And it's just one of the most powerful things that you want to have in the modern day. People like doing business with people who they kind of already know. They don't have to know everything about you. I've had people sign up who just watched one video, but because they kind of liked my vibe, they ended up paying me, sometimes thousands of dollars, and that happens all the time. So what you're really trying to do is just put yourself out there. There's nothing to fear in terms of putting yourself on the internet. Yeah, there might be a couple of people who talk shit. Fuck them. There was a friend, I'll tell you a true story. I had a friend in Florida who I was kind of hanging around the last couple years, and I found out through his girlfriend's roommate, who they were spending a lot of time with, that they would watch my videos and make fun of me. I cut them off instantly. I'm cutthroat. You're gonna make fun of me? Okay, cool. You're out of my circle. Watch me rise to success. So you gotta have that mindset, the abundance mindset. If someone's gonna make fun of you, good. They're gonna be people that make fun of you. Fuck them. You're on your path to success. I don't see them traveling around Scandinavia, getting with the baddest bitches in the world, right? So you can't give a fuck. You're on your path to success. You're going to reap all the benefits of a personal brand if you stick it out long enough. At that point in my life, I really didn't reap any benefits. So it was pure self-belief. I was just posting at about 2,000 subscribers. This is before I made my business changes that made me any money. So I barely made any money. I was getting made fun of, but I persisted anyway. So you gotta say fuck everyone who doesn't agree with you, who doesn't support you, and you gotta do your own thing. That's what I did, and that's why I'm successful. But going back to why it's the best asset, it's gonna allow you to make money for the rest of your life. People like to work with someone who they like and trust, and that is what you are doing right now, is you are gonna be creating a brand around yourself, and people can kind of just get to know you a little bit in many different ways and what you're about, and if they like you, they're gonna pay you. It's that simple. Now, the next thing is networking. You are going to be able to network with high-level people if you have a personal brand. You're obviously not going to be able to go to the top of the food chain. Like, for example, I can't network with Jake Paul or, any of those, Nelk. I can't do that. I'm 8,500 subscribers in. I'm kind of on the smaller side. But I did network with a guy in my niche who has 80K on YouTube, so that's pretty big, just recently, at 8,500 subscribers. I networked and actually met up with a guy who has 2,000 YouTube subscribers, and he's in a different niche, high ticket sales. He's in Sweden, and we met up, we hung out. He's doing 25K a month. So it's like you have so many opportunities to network with people and be taken serious. Because if I reached out to the guy with 80K as a random person without a personal brand, he would have thought of me as a customer. But now, since I have a personal brand, he thinks of me as an equal. He thinks of me as someone who he can do business with. And the cool thing is, the entrepreneurial journey that you're going to embark on as a person who's creating a personal brand is a little lonely in the start. But when you meet up with the people who are on the same path, it is so rewarding and fulfilling. It feels like you have all the same issues. You know everything about this, this industry, and you can relate to each other, talk about all the things you've tried. And it's just this really great bonding experience where you're going to be so comfortable with these people, and it's just, you can really make some great friends besides just networking, and you wouldn't be able to do that without it. So you can make some very high level friends and network with people who you otherwise just would not have access to just simply by having a personal brand and making some money online. So that's a pretty good, cool benefit as well. So once again, if you want to build your own personal brand, I would recommend doing it on YouTube. And for that reason, I'm going to be giving you guys the YouTube strategy board. It's completely for free. It's the first thing in the description below.